he uses Kumite and mixed martial arts to help collect blood. If you'd ever notice, you see him kind of at ringside on a card where he's not fighting. He's usually using a squeegee to kind of scrape the blood from the mat. You see him in the back kind of wringing out pieces of the mat using that blood. And of course he's injecting that highly sanitary indeed. And he's just not even bothering to clean it. He's just injecting it right into people who cycle.
It would explain why he's not one of the well-known blood transporters on the tour.
No, it's absolutely a black market, Cal. I think you don't want to be one of the most. I don't think you want to be the most famous person on the black market. I think you want to be kind of undercover and covert.
Ah, yes.
You don't really want to be known as the person who is the most famous person doing an illegal activity.
I don't know. I mean, honestly, the On Point Kings were looked at as heroes and gods back in the Sierra Leone and down in the Mid-East. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with being good in a bad field. You know, we had to deal with some tough things. You ever seen one of those high pay death matches?
Beautiful.
You said Taipei.
No, I didn't.
You said pie pay.
Yep.
As in, like, delicious baked goods pies?
Yes, indeed. I mean, honestly.
Were you being paid with pie?
No. God, that's
that'd be silly. I'm sorry. How silly of me. Please enlighten myself and this crowd, including our viewers all over the world, about the pie pay deathmatch, Cal.
Well, basically,
nice takedown by Wakefield, by the way.
Absolutely beautiful one. Basically, you take yourself a wood board about the size of a door, and you nail 25 pies to it. And the winner is the first person who can punch through every single pie. I mean,
there's a counter punch. You have to punch with the board as well, or just the pie?
No, you just have to punch the meaty, juicy, fruity filling of the pie.
Okay, so are you saying meaty as well? So we're talking like savory and sweet pies. We're not talking about just a single.
We don't discriminate in a pie-paid deathmatch. That would.
But I imagine that also has to change your strategy. Like, how do you punch through? I imagine the strategy used to punch through perhaps a lemon meringue pie is not the same that you use to punch through perhaps a mincemeat pie.
Oh, absolutely not. Like with a mincemeat or a pecan, you've got all that sticky gooiness, like the sticky filling. You've got to just go down with as much for it as possible. With the lemon meringue, you want to go slow because you want to have that meringue barrier protecting you from the acidity of the lemon. And it's even worse after you get done punching all the pies, you still have to knock out 3 different people with pies stapled to their face.
Wait, I'm sorry, they staple pies to the face?
Yes.
Oh, jeez, big knees! Knees to the face, knees to the head. Rigobert and Bleuff somehow has survived that. And I don't even know if Finnegan Wakefield is aware of how well he is doing. He is hungover. His eyes are sagging. He looks like he hasn't slept in 3 days.
And look at him stumbling. He's stumbling as he's going back. He's not making fluid movements. And now he's just trying to drag it. He's got no momentum for those throws at all. He's just trying to drag it out of him. Very, very, very poor. Wow.
I'll be honest. I think for Finnegan Wakefield, from what I know about from long nights of drinking, big hammering fists. He's trying to go in for the kill as Wakefield, the Bleuff on the defense. But from what I know about long nights of drinking, I don't think we want Finnegan Wakefield to make any sort of fluid motions on the canvas. That would require a brand new ring, and most glorious and honorable Mr. Naga would not be thrilled about that. Oh, nice head kick by the Bleuff. Didn't have all of it. Didn't have the leverage to really just lay into it.
Hey, if one fluid falls on there, I'm sure that ring is used all the other minutes left in the round.
Well, I think blood is fine. Mr. Glorious and honorable Mr. Naga is completely fine with the blood. It's the other fluids that might be seeping out of Finnegan, of young Finn in this one. But nonetheless, goes for tries to go for the almost, I don't want to say like a judo sort of throw, but like kind of just a standing hook the leg and take him down with brute force. And nice step to the side by Bleuff, and this is a bad way for Finnegan Wakefield. 2 minutes to go.
Oh yes.
Can Bleuff? Big hammer fist. Just right to the eye. You can see how it just opened up a cut and bruised up the eye of Finnegan Wakefield. But again, he's so hungover. He's just perhaps still breathing the fumes of alcohol. Nice punches again. Hammer fist just bringing it down is the Bleuff.
I mean, is
Wakefield even feeling pain?
He's probably grabbing Riggy just thinking he's the girl he took home from the bar last night. not even realizing that he's in front of 73,000.
And are any of these punches anything worse than the kind of hangover headache that Wakefield would have?
Oh God, no. I mean, I've been out. You and I have both been out drinking with Finnegan Wakefield before. I mean,
He puts it away.
oh yes, when you're drinking Guinness as a chaser for the single malt Scotch, I mean, quite frankly, you don't remember the next 3 days or the 3 days previous.
Well, I think we both know from the times we've actually been out when Wakefield is there. I mean, you better go to the towels for this one. It's a second round of 5 minutes about to approach. Let's see what they're going to be doing, what kind of strategy the corners are going to have to say. We'll get back to the story in a second. But if you're Wakefield's corner, what are you telling him? I think you're telling him to just keep it up, just attack. Don't find yourself on your back. Maybe perhaps just spray some water in his face, just kind of say, wake up. But Cal, if you're Rigobert de Bleuff's corner, what is the advice you give to him?
Well, thankfully, I do speak French, so I can translate it perfectly. Riggy, you've got to remember, you've got a delivery in the next 3 days, and we only have a quarter of the blood that we need. You really need to get off your ass and start harvesting. So what you've got to do is open up a cut, and we'll squeegee the rest of the blood out of the ring. So
fair enough. I think that's an important focus to have for them. That's fair.
the beautiful Nagabats, as always.
Nonetheless, the Nagabats, yes.
Fine looking synthetic one.
Absolutely the best female ring card girls that Yen can buy if you're most glorious and honorable Mr. Naga. He likes the consistency of robotics. One of his earlier experiments, I think, in his attempt to build a synthetic human, and I gotta say that's a fine specimen of the Nagabats.
Oh yes, indeed. Oh,
Big uppercuts!
and he's not capitalizing. God, what's wrong? Jesus, Riggy. They told you to open a damn cut, and you're doing nothing. Nothing. You're dead to me, Riggy.
What an amazing,
To think
what
I
an
used
amazing
to buy
strike!
blood from it. Ugh.
Excuse me.
You know, when you're doing some shady missionary work, sometimes you need some extra blood.
I will not further that questioning any further. 3 minutes to go, and you can see Wakefield just really trying for that throw, that judo style throw. Oh, and there goes the Bleuff!
Oh, nice hammer fist on the way down. We're looking for a little submission there. Is Finny with
Going Michigan troll, I think, is what he was doing with the foot. And rubber guard indeed, but the Bleuff, it might be a little too late here. 2:10 to go.
I don't know. Like, unless he has a major explosion in these next 2 minutes to finish off, I don't think there's any way that Finnegan doesn't take this one for his impressive round one. But seriously, why do you think they called it a pie-paid death match?
Because of all the pie.
No, because people die in it.
Oh,
God.
you punched the pies so hard that people die.
Yeah, the pies that are stapled to people's faces.
Oh, okay.
You have to
Now, is it
punch
just-
them hard enough to kill the people. Why do you think
Jesus,
I need the extra
Christ.
blood? Hey, I'm not proud of my time in the On Point Kings, but, you know.
Good fucking Lord! Good grief!
I know, look at the way that they're reversing. It's beautiful.
You keep going till something opens.
30 seconds to go in this fight.
And look at all
de
the blood.
Bleuff trying
Oh, yeah.
to. There's a lot of blood on the canvas. You can see there's almost like there's paw prints of it, just the way they're scooting about the mat. 8 seconds to go. I mean, it's almost. Has de Bleuff done enough to regain the lead in this one? We're going to our judges for this one. Of course, our three judges: Mitsubishi, Galant, Nissan Altima, and Saab. Judge Saab.
I hate him.
Not a fan of Judge Saab.
He's an asshole. Never go out drinking with him.
Couldn't be worse than Wakefield, could it?
Well, it is.
Nice left hand. And down stumbles Wakefield. Oh, his head hit the ropes. And just well blocked. Look at that. We don't really talk about that enough. De Bleuff going for the stomp and Wakefield somehow deflecting it. That was amazing. Let's see how the judges gave it. The first one is to Wakefield. Nissan Altima gives it to Wakefield. Sab makes it unanimous. Finnegan Wakefield, a huge victory, and some huge cuts over the eye. I don't think he can see at all.
I don't think so either. He won't be able to see tomorrow, but honestly, that's normal for him.